As we have discussed in the last video about principle of biochemistry, we will continue about the basic knowledge of cell organelles in this video. So this is a diagram of cell membrane. So the cell membrane, it is also called as biological membrane that separates the interior of the cell from the outside environment. And this cell membrane is also semi-permeable to ions and organic molecules. And due to this semi-permeability, it facilitates the movement of substance in and out of the cell. So here in this diagram you can see that it consists of two phosphate bilipid layer which are embedded in a protein. So here this is a protein molecule, and this is a two lipid bilayer which is made up of phospholipids, and this involves in a variety of cellular processes such as cell signaling, cell adhesion, and ion conductivity. And this plasma membrane also serves as an attachment surface for the extracellular glycolysis and glycocalyx and cell wall of plants and intracellular cytoskeleton. Now let us discuss about nucleus. So nucleus is a membrane enclosed organelle found in eukaryotic cell, and it contains most of the cell's genetic material, which is, we can say, DNA, RNA, histone proteins, etc., or chromosomes also. And DNA directs the protein synthesis inside the cell, and DNA molecule is complex and very large in variety. So in this diagram you can see that this is a structure of nucleus. So this is a nuclear envelope, and it is a chromatin material. This chromatin material is the combination of DNA and protein, and it is found inside the nucleus of eukaryotic cell, which you can see in this. It is the inside part of the nucleus. And this middle portion is nucleolus. This nucleolus is an organelle within the nucleus from where ribosomal RNA is produced, and some cells have more than one nucleus. This nuclear envelope, or we can say nuclear membrane, is a double membrane that encloses the entire organelles, and here you can see this is a small dot. It is a nuclear pores. These pores are inserted in a nuclear membrane which facilitates and regulates the exchange of material, that is tRNA, mRNA, rRNA, between the nucleus and the cytoplasm. So So the next organelle is endoplasmic reticulum, or we can say ER. It is a vast system of interconnected membranes which are folded in a stack and are located in the cell cytoplasm. So there are usually two types of endoplasmic reticulum. One is rough endoplasmic reticulum, this one, and another is smooth endoplasmic reticulum, which is this one. So first of all, we'll discuss about rough endoplasmic reticulum. So rough endoplasmic reticulum is covered with a ribosome, which you can see there. It is a ribosome. And due to this ribosome, it gives a rough appearance to the endoplasmic reticulum. So that's why it is called a rough endoplasmic reticulum. And it helps in protein synthesis, and also a newly synthesized proteins are sequestered in sacs, and this is called as cisternias, which you can see here in this diagram. This system then send the proteins via a small vesicle to the Golgi apparatus, and which we will see in the next. And in this case, the membrane protein is inserted them into the membrane. And the second is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So smooth endoplasmic reticulum is smooth because it simply it did not contain any ribosome. So the smooth as this rough endoplasmic reticulum function for the synthesis of protein, but the smooth endoplasmic reticulum helps in the transportation of the protein. So this rough endoplasmic reticulum makes synthesis the protein, and then it sends to the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, which transport the protein, and this process is achieved by the process called budding. And the cell organelles also aids in converting this we are talking about smooth endoplasmic reticulum. This cell organelles also aid in converting glucose 6 phosphate to glucose. So we can write here that smooth endoplasmic reticulum, or we can say SER. Now we will discuss about mitochondria. So mitochondria is a spherical to rod-shaped organelles with a double membrane, which you can see in this diagram, and the inner membrane folding, it is of many times forming a series of projection, which is called crystia. So here we can label it as this all foldings. And the space between the two membranes is called outer chamber or intermembrane space. This one is outer membrane. And inside this, there is a fluid medium or fluidy like substance, which are 40 to 70 angstrom in width. And this inside one, it is the inner membrane. And the inner membrane space is filled with a matrix, and it is rich in enzyme and contains dense granulose ribosome and mitochondrial DNA. And this side facing this outer side facing, this side is called M side, and this inner membrane side, it is called C side. And inside this mitochondria, there is 2 to 6 circular DNA molecules, identified. And this DNA may be present free in matrix or attached to the membrane. And the enzyme of Krebs cycle is also located in this matrix of mitochondria. And generally the outer membrane contains more protein and phospholipid than inner membrane. And phosphate dichloride is predominant lipid of the outer membrane. And for the inner membrane, same as in inner membrane, it is a diphosphate like glycerol. Also, we already know that mitochondrion is also called as powerhouse of the cell as it produces the ATP, which is adenosine triphosphate. That is it for today. We will see you in the next video.